Now then, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft with Nemsun in 1.14.4 and all the mods for, well, all the mods, many mods that are out for 1.14 already and we're playing with. Last episode we dealt with Computercraft and we had some turtles over right above my head there, and I've set them off and I got lots of wood and it was good. And then I've moved them over to the far side of the world, over to the far reaches of my world. Well, the world border, at least, up next to the world border over there at the other village, where I've got kind of like an AFK area. And the AFK area now has got two farms set up, those two farms set up, with Tree Farm Turtle 1 and Tree Farm Turtle 2. And there's quite a nifty little way of starting the program. When you type in the tree farm, you just simply put a number next to it, and that's how many rounds you want it to go around the thing. So yeah, that's all there is to it, and then you press enter. So there's that. I've set that up over there so that while I'm farming and messing about over there, mining or whatever, the tree turtles will have chunk loaded and I don't have to worry about defending these villagers. That was my main concern. Even though I've got like an army of iron, an iron legion of iron golems around and about the place, all wandering around outside there and all around here, and they're everywhere. Nothing is going to siege this village very easily because of the walls and the iron golems, even though I didn't want to take the risk and AFK around here while my tree farms did some work. So I've moved them, so I've now got a mining and AFKing area for milling about and messing about. Here in the tower, I've been working on something in the workshop. This is exactly what this space is designed for. A nice big space for working on things, devices and inventions, things that I can then take from here as their like design stage and go and put them where I want them in the village or wherever it is in the world that I'm at. I've started using the project tables from Blue Power. The Blue Power project tables, which are very good. They can keep an inventory and you can then deal with all the crafting and stuff while you've got an inventory full of stuff. Your own inventory, its inventory, all can then work in the crafting grid together. Makes things a lot quicker and easier to craft things in here. And I've started using the storage drawers so that I've got a little storage of, well, in this case, vanilla redstone bits and pieces. So if I use it and then don't use it or put it away afterwards, I can put it away into this little redstone storage area. And I've got a little project bench for making all these redstone bits and pieces. But anyway, what is this? Yeah, what is it? Well, I've got these things, these barrels. They are composters. Composters from Minecraft. And the idea of a composter is that we're supposed to put some kind of vegetable matter into it. Which I don't have any vegetable matter on me, so let's quickly go and get some vegetable matter. Let's get some seeds. There we go. Seeds. Any more seeds? Thank you. I've got tons and tons of seeds everywhere, right? But I choose not to do the preparation before today's episode. Now, I've actually used it all up. Right, so this is supposed to be, you put the wheat seeds, or the wheat, or the whatever in there, and it starts a layer of compost, right? I wanted a machine that did it for me, so that I didn't have to stand there right-clicking into this and getting the bone meal out. So I set one up, and here it is. So this works in such a way that I can't remember. I did something to start it off, trigger it, and then begin it. I think it's here. One piece of redstone here is all I need to start it off. So let's get one piece of redstone. And then that gets this signal from this torch, goes across there, works around it, and pumps into this, which then goes into this block, and that changes this block, which also changes this block, and that pulls from that block onto this. So it basically just gives you a little clock going around it. And this, as you can see, put it into there. This is a deployer from Blue Power. So it basically does everything you expect it to do. The machine right-clicks any block or entity in front of it using the item stored in the deployer. For this instance, use milk to milk a cow and so on. Right? So it's a deployer. It deploys the seeds into the device as if I'm standing there right-clicking, right? But this is not a very good setup. This was just like the first setup. So I did the first setup. Then I came over and thought, right, can I deploy from the underside of those? And indeed, yes, you can. You can deploy from the underside. I've got a little lever turning this one on and off. So again, there it's gone. The deployer will deploy into the composter, and then when the composter's finished making the bone meal, the deployer will right-click it again, trying to get some more in it, which will make the bone meal pop up and out into any one of these squares around it, and in this case the water carries it down to a hopper, and the hopper into a chest, and bone meal collects automatically. Now what I've got to do is I've got to find a smaller timer for triggering that. So this is just a very simple timer, a very simple just rounding circles clock to time that. So I've got to make myself a little neater clock and then start triggering that way. And I would also like to find or figure out a better method than this water stream, because every now and again the bone meal stays inside of there or drops back down into it, and that's not a thing either. So I might need a deployer from the side and then a hopper underneath, and maybe hoppers all around, so that we've got wherever it gets put in, then it go, yeah. But then I can't deploy at that side because, yeah, I don't know. So I've got to figure out a more reliable way. I might lose some bone meal in this particular system. I know that I found 3 or 4 bone meal that was missing in this system. So I've got to redo that. So any ideas you get, in the comments down below, pictures, links to videos, all that kind of stuff, send them to me so that I've got an idea of how to make this compact. Because all I want is to put all of my produce that I don't want into a deployer, and the deployer then turns it all into bone meal for me when I just walk away and go, carry on. Like, that's it, done. Yeah. Today's episode, I want to be working on an XP farm. I've got this down here, which is very, very close to the base. So I need another little tower or something, another little area cleared here. And I will do basic vanilla mob farm to start with, right? I'll set it out like a basic vanilla mob farm. But there is the moments where you get to have some choices in modded Minecraft. One of the choices that we get is what lighting to use to turn it off. And that gives us a few options in here, because Blue Power has very nice lighting, as I recall. These lamps are very nice, and they are redstone powered. So we can have redstone lamps and fixtures. These fixtures don't seem to be done. They're in work in progress, or that one in particular, work in progress. The trouble with having a modded lighting system is if the mod gets removed from the pack because of an update or an error or something, then I lose the lighting in the mob farm, and that could get out of hand rather quickly. So the other simpler option for that is going to be a lantern. A lamp, should I say. A redstone lamp. A very simple redstone lamp. Yeah, normal vanilla. And then just put some redstone triggers on it to turn them on and off. So standard vanilla lighting in there and make a good area. But then we've got a few other things that we can use as killing the mobs automatically, getting the mobs to the player, out of the area of effect and all that kind of stuff, which I'll show you in the next part of today's episode. Alrighty, so one of the things that I've been getting from those water strainers has been vines. Without ever going to a jungle, I've got some vines, which is nice, I like. And it also helps me conceal some of the building errors. They're not really building errors, right? They're just unfinished bits, and this will finish them off nicely. So the only way I can finish this off and make it look good from the outside is to stick some vines on it, right? So I am going to hang vines from like these areas here, so that we've got a little bit of blending in. I'm going to put a couple on this side as well, just so that they're blending in over this side. And we'll have vines growing around and about. I may as well bang the rest on here so I don't keep them in my inventory, to be fair. No, I don't want that one. because I can always come along and trim bits off with some shears when I need them. But this is the upper floor anyway. This is a nicely well lit, probably put a door on it, kind of room where the lighting is. So a mob spawner, vanilla mob spawner if you don't know, you put a vanilla mob spawner at the center of your thing, and then you go 4 away in each direction. So I've got 4 blocks away in each direction, and you hollow it out, and you get a couple of blocks for putting some stuff in the ceiling, which you'll see when I go down what the ceiling looks like height wise, and then you put 5 redstone lamps in and set up some redstone like this. So when you turn the redstone off, the spawner's active, and when you turn it on, the spawner is inactive. So you can then do maintenance and turn it off and stuff like that. Downstairs in the spawner, okay, we've got the spawner. Then a block of glass, because I don't want them spawning anywhere near the spawner like that. And then I've got another one here. So this particular one, right, is connected to one directly above. Which way around is this way? Yeah, it's directly connected to the one above. So this redstone lamp emits a redstone signal to the one block next to it, and that triggers the second one to light. Right? That's how I do that. And then if we look around at our area, let's just block that off. That was really good block placement. Really good block placement. And we put our light level overlay on. We will see that we've got a minimum of 8 in different areas around us, and 8 in each of the areas around us, which is good. The 8 down here that you can see, these 8s here, they actually go down to 7s if you don't have that block there, right? So when this is all lit, there are no spawnable locations in this mob farm whatsoever, right? Now, let's turn that off again. So a mob farm, if you don't know, yeah, on the level with the mob farm, like that, right, we have mobs are available to spawn on this level. So this is when you finally first get the mob farm. You basically find a mob spawner, and they're spawning on this level. That's that level. They must have a block of headroom above them in order to spawn. Yeah. They will also spawn on blocks one level above. So they will spawn on that floor level as well. They will spawn on blocks like that, so long as they've got headroom above. Again. Yeah. And the same goes with the lower level. So they're 3 levels. So they will spawn on all 3 levels, which is why it's important that I've got unspawnable area on all 3 levels when I turn my lights on. So they can't spawn anywhere within there. And also why I put a glass and the redstone lamp above my spawners so that they can't spawn there either. Because if they get stuck on the top of that spawner, then they're stuck forever. Now, this is the 3rd block down, so I want them to... the spawner itself will only try and spawn if there is a spawnable location inside this chamber here. And the fact that there isn't, I think it's like 6. If there are 6 zombies in this room already, it will stop spawning. So in order to maximize the efficiency of this spawner, I need zombies to be out of here so that there's 0. Every time it checks, there are 0 zombies in this area, which means I've got to go down at least another 2 blocks for zombies to fall 2 blocks down, and then they're out of this spawning zone, so that they'll spawn again up to another 6, and then 6 more will drop down, and then another 6 will spawn and drop down, and another 6 drop down, and so on, so that I have a nice constant supply of efficiently spawn zombies. Okay, so another thing that we can do to make things work is push mobs with a fan. Yes, pushes entities with a fan from Cyclic. I like this. I like this a lot. This particular invention is very, very cool. And I'm going to use it here instead of water because water's a little bit messy. But then multiple fans are also a bit messy. So yeah, here we go. We've got this all set up now. Nice little door on it. Yep. I've now got rid of the little bit that was just above us going in, and now I've dug down a couple more blocks. Let's jump. A couple more blocks. So now they should spawn above that cobblestone rim, drop to below the cobblestone, and as soon as their heads are below the top edge of the cobblestone, the spawner can spawn again. That's the thing, right? So as they come down here, they'll be in these 2 blocks, or even in these 2 blocks. It's all fine, as long as they come down. This water will push them off to this edge over here. So instead of having a whole row of 9 fans down here, I've decided to do the traditional vanilla water trap to this stage. And at this point, we're going to have a fan blowing them this way. Now, this is at this sort of area here. So we've got the edge of the hill, I suppose. The edge of the hill here. So I don't really want the entrance to be at the edge of the hill here. So this is just a temporary entrance to get in and out. So I'm actually planning on taking them down into here, if we look on the map, a little bit further in to the area, and then I'll just dig out a little section out here for blowing them into. Dig out a room that can also be an enchanting room, and figure some place where I can get in and out of that enchanting room to sort it out. Right? But for first up then, I'm going to need a second channel in here to be able to turn the fan on and off. Right, so let's just get rid of all of this for now. Right, so I've got at least this place. So we want them to fall into here, and normally you'd put a water just here, so the water would push them down, and then they would be bobbing around, and they'd be bouncing in the water and splashing around in the water. I don't know so much that they do it these days because they now drown, don't they? They don't do water traps anymore. Water's not so easy to push them around, I suppose. But to make sure that there's no confusion, we're going to put a fan down here. Now, because they could fall off into this area here, we don't want it there. I'm going to put it down at their feet so even the baby zombies get pushed. Right? It looks pretty cool, doesn't it? And then I'm going to put a lever on the top, and then the fan will work. Right? The fan's on or the fan's off. There's a little red mark there as well that says. Cyclic's really awesome for this. Look at that. Yeah, very cool. So then when I drop in front of it, I get pushed all the way down here. How far is that? Not quite all the way. And it's really impossible to walk against it. I can jump against it a little bit, I suppose. But it's going to bring it down to here. Yeah. So that is in line here. Not far enough to get me into here. So I need to boost the power of that. And I also need a way to go to it. So I'm going to set this up here. Another way would be to step them down slightly. So we've got steps where it blows them off. So I could have another fan a bit further forwards. And have that set up so that I've got a fan in that slot there pushing them across. Have a few blocks here, here and here. And then another fan in front here. Which they then get pushed out into this area, which is then where I want to kill them, out of the road, so they can't get back out that way. They get blown straight down into here. That might be the next way to do it. So if I have a second fan, if I take this off and just put this here, if I have a second fan in here with another lever, then that first fan will blow them off the first 2 areas or first 3 areas and into the next fan, and then that fan will take them all the way down to where we want to go. So I thought there was some kind of upgrade or something towards the fans, but there's no looking at it. There's no looking at it. Let's look at Cyclic just quickly. Cyclic, wooden wrench, no. Ice infuser, no. Torch charm, no. There's really nothing, is there, that can do anything extra there for me. So yeah, that is the range of it then. The range of it that we're going to be using anyway. So they will get blown from there across here onto here and then pushed out to this exact spot here, which is where I can then set up a little kill chamber in here for me to destroy them. Yes. Whoa, it's a morning again. It's a morning again. I'm nearly done. I think I'm nearly done. The vines have grown nicely. Making the place look much, much better. I think I need to do like a little something in the entranceway there just to make it look nicer. But right now, down here, I have this little hidden door. Just a little hidden door for the mob farm. I might do something more fancy later. And I've got the fans on, and as you can see, it's all dark inside there. You might just be able to see the mob farm will be spawning just about. And the other fan down here as well. Yeah. Here they come. They're spawning. They'll drop down. Something like that. They drop off the edge and get blown that way. And into here. Oh, look, they're dying already. What could be killing them, I wonder? I know. I know already. And I come and get the XP. Da-da-da. So I've got Killerbot. Killerbot. Oh, Killerbot. That's a screenshot right there, Killerbot. Killerbot. Oh, Killerbot. Killerbot. Ow! Little git. That's not supposed to happen. Okay, so I've got Killerbot. Killerbot is killing them and making experience. So Killerbot kills them as though a player has killed them. Which is amazing. And so I don't even need to swing a sword. Killerbot with infinite durability is killing them for me. Any mob drops go into the hoppers and then across to here, where we've now got Halloween lollipops, which have weird effects. There's yellow lollipops and that. These are from Corral Tombstone. I'm guessing it's a seasonal thing that they've added into their code for the update for this season. Halloween lollipops. Let's have a lollipop.
Luck has been cast.
Luck has been cast on you.
Crafting.
Hey, I've got luck 3 for a little while. Hey, what does that mean? Do I get some better stuff out of these guys? I got potato. Was that lucky? I don't know if I'm lucky. Or whether my fishing will be lucky, because luck is a fish thing, isn't it? A fishing thing? Anyway. So, yeah. So, how do I make a Killerbot? Well, exactly the same way as you make a normal turtle, and then you equip the side there. So, let's have a look at turtle. Turtle is spelt slightly different to that. A turtle. A turtle with a sword on the side. It's noisy and wireless. A turtle. You make the turtle, which we've made a few before, right? And then you tell it to equip a sword instead of equipping an axe or equipping a pick, which we've done in previous episodes. Exactly the same commands: equip left and so on, right? And then let's control C. Let's terminate this program.
Off.
Narrator disabled. Yeah, thanks for that, narrator. If we go with edit startup. Let's just do startup. Edit startup. So you type in edit startup when you've got the Killerbot ready, and while true do turtle attack sleep 1 end. That's it. Then you would save it, exit, and run it. Now every time you log out, log back in, the startup program should run whenever it starts up for the first time. And so then it will always be set to turtle attack, sleep, turtle attack, sleep, turtle attack, sleep, and so on. I don't know why that little dude is dying in that little area. I guess he's on the turtle's knife or in a block, or he comes in here and gets pushed up and into the block and suffocates. There's also entity cramming, which also yields suffocation, but all the drops still end up going in there. I put this here so that little uns couldn't come out, and the big uns can't get over there either, so that's nice and safe for me just to stand here. And if I wanted to turn the turtle off, I can just Control and T, which is also narrator, apparently. And then I can just stand here and I can swing the sword myself, if I wanted. But really, what is the point of having a turtle bot and barking yourself? Yeah, all good. They blow down here really fast, don't they? Really fast. And yeah, lots of loot. So iron, potatoes, grave dust, and rotten flesh, plenty of it. And now I've got 52 levels, so I was thinking whether or not I should do something with this armour and see what I get, because I've got all this lapis. I can do level 30 enchantments, fire protection, not really. It's going to be protection 3, I'll do that, protection 3. See what this is this time. Protection 4, yeah, we'll have that. Let's just get some heavy protection. Protection 4, and depth strider 3, nice. And protection 4. Plus Aqua Affinity. Oh, really nice set of armour that is. Let's get my axe. Can I get an efficiency? I can get an efficiency and unbreaking. Very good. This old pick. Unbreaking 3. And fortune. Yay. A bow. Power 3. Okay, that'll do. And that's already a sword that I picked up from a trade. Sweeping edge. So all in all, that is pretty successful. Got a very good suit of armour out of it, even though it's only iron. I'm going to have to do some more mining for diamonds. And yeah, Killerbot works nicely. Start up Killerbot. And I can just stand relatively close and let the experience come to me when I'm XP farming. But having the enchanting system, XP farming, I need now an anvil so I can start combining and naming items. That'll be the next thing. And also some kind of storage mechanisms in here for all of the mob drops that I'm going to be getting. Well, at least all this mob drops. I need that to kind of filter out and into a storage system around here, voiding off any excess and the like, which we will maybe work on in the next episode, maybe in an episode or two. Maybe, depends how I feel tomorrow when I get up. Oh, actually, it's the weekend, isn't it? It's Friday. That means tomorrow I'm football coach, or soccer coach if you're in America. Football coach mode, and Sunday football coach mode. So I will be busy for the weekend, and I'll be back on Monday. So let me do the outro. That was more of an outro than I intended it to be. Thank you very much for watching today's episode. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I hope you got something out of it. Vanilla mob farming, using turtles, using fans. We did a bit of modded. We could have just had water blowing them or carrying them down this tunnel into this room and then me hitting them. That would have been the vanilla solution. But this way, I get the experience for just AFKing. Excellent. I could do with one of these over the AFK farm as well, couldn't I? That'd be nice. But I don't have a spawner that I know of. Although, yeah. Okay, anyway, distractions. I will see you in the next episode. Thank you very, very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, click the bell, leave comments down below, and all those things that YouTubers ask you so often to do. I hope you do it automatically now. Say hello in the comments. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.